Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EURUSD. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Greetings everybody, let's continue to discuss the situation on the euro currency. Well, yesterday I'm not just occasionally have told about the thought that probably it makes sense to protect your profits somehow, since currently situation on the euro currency is very tricky. Recall that on the weekly time frame we have the bullish trend and current move to the downside currently we still treat as the retracement in the term of the weekly time frame. And now market has reached at a minor support area. So first of all, that is 618 extension of that ABCD pattern. I just forgot to say about this yesterday. Probably I think that you have found it by yourself. So that is the 618 support, not the support, extension target of this ABCD pattern, the minor target. Also on the intraday chart, that is 88 fib support, the minor fib support from that swing to the upside. Okay, that is very typical ratio for the butterflies, and that's why I think that this situation is tricky. Because what do you think about that? Currently, until market will taking out this low, that possibility still could happen. To speak about the potential continuation to the downside and hitting the target of this ABCD pattern, we need taking out to that low. Until that will happen, market could turn to the upside and show either deep retracement right here. In this case we could get another butterfly. That could be the left wing, okay, of the butterfly. If market will show, for instance, some 618 retracement or something like that, then continue and move to the downside, we could get butterfly buy in this area. But as we said yesterday, the target of this butterfly is 127 extension of that swing, stands in the same area of the support where stands the target of the ABCD pattern, confluence support, and daily reversal. It's right here. So from that perspective, the target objective will be the same. The one thing that we will see is that it's just a retracement to the upside. Well, currently market stands at the support that makes possible as development of the butterfly sell with the further upward continuation, as development of the butterfly buy, and the completement of the ABCD pattern as well. Well, if we take in consideration the market mechanics on the weekly time frame, and that market was oversold for the first time after the long period where market was not at the oversold area. Well, from that point of view, probably it's better to expect continuation to the downside, maybe in the way of the butterfly, who knows. And I suppose that still chances to move right to the 127.50 area is greater than to see the butterfly sell pattern. But never mind what we think. What is important is how market think and what market will show to us. And our task in this environment is to catch the right signs, right moments that could be useful for us, could give us the hint what market suggests to show us. So on the daily time frame, I think that the picture is clear for you. First of all, keep an eye on this low, since if market will break it, the upward possibility for the upward butterfly will be cancelled. And one thing that we should expect is that completement of the ABCD pattern. By the way, if market will take out this low, the butterfly sell will be cancelled as well, since initial swing of the butterfly will be erased by the price action. One pattern that we will get is that ABCD pattern. That's the first moment. Now let's shift to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, we see consolidation around the weekly period resistance support 1. It's right here. as we have discussed yesterday. So market still holds around this area. What do we see? As we said, after the strong move to the downside, market has hit 127 extension directly, the shallow retracement, continuation to the downside. Here we see some sort of the washing rings of the previous lows, okay, and returning right back. Market not quite and not has proceeded to the 1618 extension. That tells that probably some retracement should come on the market. That is not uncommon for development of the ABCD patterns. I tell you even more that very often, if market even reaches just 100% extension directly without no respect of the 618 minor target, this could trigger the 618 retracement and then continuation to the 1618. So since market has hit even 127, to see some pullback probably to this 1618 extension target, 618 resistance, it will not be absolutely unnatural for the current development, since this move was really fast and strong, and to take some pause to see some retracement is absolutely normal price action. The major question for us is how far this retracement will be, and I suppose that hourly chart will help us with this. Take a look at the hourly chart. That development is absolutely typical for the forming of the double bottom pattern. You could see first bottom, retracement, second bottom, slightly lower than the first one, some sort of the washing rings of the previous bottom, and returns right back. That is very typical. So that is the pattern that we will keep an eye on during the today trading session and maybe even tomorrow trading session. You can see that the classical approach for the estimating of the target double bottom pattern is the distance, the height of this pattern counted right to the upside from the, so we could call it, neckline. That target points on the 618 resistance around 129.80 area. That is also, as you can see, weekly pivot point is 129.70, 618 resistance of the whole swing to the downside. That is, as you can see, absolutely in a row with the potential pullback of this ABCD pattern to the 618 retracement. That is possible. Well, and that is also in a row with the potential butterfly buy that could be formed on the daily time frame. So if market will show the 618 retracement from that swing, okay, and then reestablish downward move, that will be particularly the butterfly buy. So as you can see, that could happen. So two moments to watch for on the hourly time frame. First of all, market should not take out this low, should not erase the potential double bottom pattern. If this will happen, then probably we should expect just development of the ABCD pattern to the downside. Because if market will not start the retracement from that area and will continue move to the downside, probably right to the 1618 extension, this will, at minimum, this will automatically erase the possibility as for butterfly buy, as for butterfly sell, because initial swing of both butterflies will be cancelled by the price action. From that standpoint, to retracement happens on the market, we need to see that market should hold current lows. You can see market already has shown the washing rings right here, so there's no objective, no logical explanation if market will continue move to the downside from the perspective standpoint, from the retracement standpoint. So market should keep above these highs. If this will be really true, then watch for the development of the double bottom pattern. The minimum target of this is right here. So you can see current situation is very sophisticated currently on the euro currency, since we have three different patterns. If we even will not take into consideration the pattern that is forming now on the intraday chart. So that is really tricky. The second moment after and if double bottom will work, the second moment, will market stop at that area or not? If not, if market will proceed higher, then probably that will be already not logical from the perspective of the downside development of the ABCD pattern as on the 4-hour time frame, different from that perspective of that pattern as from the perspective of the pattern on the daily time frame, and that will I suppose, skew the probability in the favor of the butterfly sell pattern of that pattern if market will not stop at the target of the double bottom and will continue move to the upside. So you can see a lot of moment to keep an eye on. Well, but in the short-term perspective, keep an eye on this development, keep an eye on this pattern, because this will be really interesting. And again, the situation for the protecting of the profits that you have got from this move to the downside is still important. So think about it, how to better to act. Well, the most common decision is to take profit from the half the position and to tight stop or move it to the break-even for the rest of the half. That is absolutely common and well-known method for protecting the profit position. Well, maybe you will have some better choice, better idea how to do that. So that being said, we should control 3 points. First point on the daily time frame is that low. Until market will taking it, two different butterflies could appear. The second moment is to keep an eye on that low. So market should not take it in, should not erase it to make the retracement to the upside possible. If market will erase the potential double bottom pattern, then downward move will continue. And third point, but it should happen a bit later, watch how market will respect in that area. If market will break it to the upside, that will put more probability in a favor of butterfly sell on the daily time frame rather than to the downward continuation.